I was a junior my second semester at Virginia Tech. April 16th, 2007 ended up being the worst shooting up to that point in history on a campus. We lost 32 Hokies that year, not just students. We lost staff. We lost members of our family that day. The biggest thing I remember from that day was just not knowing what was going on, how many people were lost, where people were. Just the chaos is what stuck with me the most. And what kind of grew from that day, the hours after that day, was we turned into a family. We were already a family, but it made us more of a family. I got a little disappointed in how a lot of the events were covered. They were putting the focus on one individual, the one person that perpetrated this, and it bothered me that the faces and the names of these 32 people weren't getting the attention that I felt they needed to get, and I know that bothered myself and many of my classmates as well. I wanted a way to keep their names alive and not his. I wanted people to see their faces, know their stories. For the students, know their dreams, what they wanted to do, what they wanted to be, what they were studying, what their passions were. The idea of Live for 32 that came from that day, live your life because these people can't anymore. Your fellow Hokies can't live their life anymore, so live it for them. Really got in my head, and really I battled a little bit with what am I going to do for them? What am I going to do to further their name, to further their image, to keep their spirit alive in a way. And I finished my first half Ironman in Galveston, Texas, and thought this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing for some people, and they don't have that lifetime to experience this, to experience that crossing that finish line, hearing your name called, here you are an Ironman behind it. And that's when I figured, let's give them all that opportunity individually. So I made a promise to myself. I printed a list out of all of their names, and I decided that, well, I'm going to race that race for them, race a half Ironman for each of them. I knew when I started the 32 journey, I wanted something to follow me through each of these races. So we went out and we got a very small Virginia Tech flag, and I did my first race, and we wrote Matt's name on it and the date that I did the race. Every race I've been through, I've had either someone, whether in my family or one of my teammates, are standing not far from the finish and they hand the flag to me, or it's in my pocket or something, and that flag crosses the finish line with me. And once it crosses the finish line, that person's name is written on that flag, and the date that I finished is written on that flag. Those are done for the half Ironman. When I do a full, I still carry that flag, but when I do that full, I'm doing it for all of them. This race will be for all 32 of them as a group. I'm looking forward to feeling them out there with me on the road, in the water, and just being able to carry all 32 of them across that line so they can hear those words that everybody wants to hear at the finish.